Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nana Kojosafo. There is one thing that the youth of today we mostly talk about. What is it? We think we have to get into marriage before understanding what marriage really entails. You don't have to get into something before knowing what that thing is. You must learn about it. So there is a saying, before you go into any business, you have to learn and understand the details or what that business entails. So you don't have to get into marriage before you know what marriage is all about. These are some things that I personally have taken notice of, or I have taken note of, that I would want to share with you. So before you get into marriage, you must understand these things first. Marriage is supposed to be sweet, but I am telling you for a fact, one of the things that will make your marriage very sweet for you is when you know your health, to avoid so many things that will draw you back. I said this in my last episode, or in one of my episodes, asking, do you know your genotype? Please, before you go into any marriage, I repeat, before you go into any marriage, make sure to ask your fiancé his genotype, her genotype. It is fundamentally important. So you must note that before you go into any marriage, your health really matters. Your blood type, your genotype. If there is any sort of sickness in your spouse's family or in your fiance's family, you must take note of all these things. Your health is supposed to be a topmost priority for you. So understand this. It is very, very important. Health. Note whether the family, there is no sickness, like probably any cancerous sickness in the family, any probably madness in the family, blindness in the family. These are all part of health. You must take note of them, because if it is in the family, then it can actually happen to your children, which of course I know you do not want such for your children. But the most important thing is the sickle cell aspect. Make sure you know your genotype. If you are an AA, you are lucky because you can marry anyone. But if you are an AS, you are not supposed to marry someone who is AS. If you are SS, you are not supposed to marry someone who is AS. Find someone who is AA. So no matter who you are going to marry, if your genotype do not match, please sacrifice the love for the sake of your unborn children. I talked about this in my last episode, so I wouldn't want to go so much into it. The next thing that you must note as a youth, most ladies will tell you, when we marry, I want my privacy. When we marry, I want us to live alone. I don't want your mother coming to our house. I don't want this. I don't want what. We do not marry into an individual's home. When you marry into a family. I repeat, like, note this today, that when you marry into a family. When you marry, you do not marry only your husband, you do not marry only your wife. You marry their family. So please, forget about being like you want to have your husband all to yourself. Do you know the way your husband's mother has suffered to bring your husband up, to nurture him, to make him who he is today? That today your husband wants to send money to his mother and you have a problem with it. Your husband wants to send money to his brothers, his siblings, and you have a problem with it. No. Take note of this, that when you marry into a family. You marry your husband's father, your husband's mother, your husband's uncle, and if you marry your husband's siblings as well. So please forget about it, thinking that you are going to have your husband entirely all to yourself. It is never going to happen. So note this, that when you marry, you are marrying into a family. So in one way or the other, the family can also demand that their grandchild comes to them, come and look for them, come and visit them. When you give birth to your children, you don't claim the child that this is my child. No, the child do not belong to you and your family alone. It belongs to your spouse's family too. So you have to take note of this today, that when you marry into a family. You do not marry your husband and you do not marry your wife alone. Now, the third thing that I would like to talk about is this. Don't think if you are a wife, it is your husband who is supposed to put in the effort to make your marriage work. And don't think as a husband your wife is supposed to be the one who is going to put in the effort to make your marriage work. Marriage is an effort from both parties. If these are certain things that I have taken notice of, these are certain things that I have written them down for myself, and I'm saying I want to share it with you. The next time I will share 11 things I wish I knew about marriage. I repeat, 11 things I wish I knew about marriage, from Pastor Engineer Kujo set of Christian Affirmation of Ghana. But today, these are my personal, opinions with regards to marriage that I want to share with you as a brother. That marriage is effort from both parties. You must put in the effort as a husband. You must put in the effort as a wife. So if you are married to your wife, a way to show commitment, a way to show your husband, your wife, that you are very much interested in them, that no matter what, you are still committed to the cause, you are still committed to the marriage, is by displaying your wife's pictures on your table desk or on your desk in your office, like by using your wife as a wallpaper on your mobile screen. Like, you must learn to show commitment, just to prove that yes, of course, you are very much interested in the relationship. You have to put in that effort of commitment. You have to put in that effort of teamwork, that anything that you do, you involve your wife, you involve your husband, because the Bible says both parties leave their homes, they come together from different places, and they become one flesh. So today, it is not my wife doing this, or it is not my husband doing this. Even if you are embarking on any project that is your sole project, let your wife know, let your husband know, just to support you. You understand? You have to put in the effort to talk about issues. You have to put in the effort to make sure that the marriage works. Because forget about these telenovelas that you watch on TV, where you think marriage is going to be something very smooth. Marriage is meant to be sweet, but I'm telling you, it goes up and down. It goes up and down. It goes up and down. And if it is going to be smooth one day for you, it is the efforts that you are going to put in. I am telling you, whether you like it or yes, no matter how much you love your wife, no matter how much you love your husband, you would have an argument in your marriage. This is something that, whether you like it or yes, it is meant to happen. The same way we are having an argument with each other in our relationship, it is the same way you are going to have arguments, you are going to have petty fights in your marriages. And you will try as much as possible to avoid them, yet they would come. Even the people that have a lot of money in their marriages, they still have issues. How much more us? Yes, of course, we are also going to live a comfortable life, but yes, of course, we are still going to have issues. So marriage is effort. Money is important in marriage. See, money is very, very important in marriage. So please, as a guy today, start working hard. Start working hard. Start working hard. Put in the effort in working hard. Put in the effort in investment. Put in the effort in saving. Put in the effort of not spending money on less important things. Invest your money in important things. Money that will yield you, good returns, so that you can enjoy your marriage. You can't be like at the time when you were chasing your wife, or at the time when you were chasing your wife, you were spending, you were buying gifts for her. Now that she's your wife, you think there is no need for you to invest money in the marriage? No, money is important in marriage. Oh, I repeat, money is important in marriage. Money, money, don't joke with it. So please, as a guy, make sure you have money. And the girls are happy. Oh yeah, as a guy, you have to make money. So we the ladies, they are not going to work. Hey, you have to work too. You have to work, because you are going to be our supporter. There will be one day that I'll be using my money for something very important, and you have to step in. So as a lady, try as much as possible to be a career woman and be a wife. Be submissive as well, and learn and note that, hey, note this, it's not because of your money that will make you think you are above your wife. Wives are under, or women are under men. Note this. Lastly, then I leave here. Don't ever think that when you have an issue with your wife or husband, you are going to starve them of sex. Men, we love sex. We need sex in our life. Sex, it brings so many tension down, like tension also, it brings it down. Sex is good. Please, one of the things to make your marriage move on, one of the things to make your marriage grow, one of the things to make your marriage, a beautiful one, a jealous one, is when you give your husband, is when you give your wife the best of sex. So please, train yourself today. You exercise. Train yourselves for you to last, long in bed, not 1 minute men. And train yourself not to starve your woman, not to starve your man with sex, because you wouldn't want to jeopardize your marriage by starving your husband with sex. So your husband will move out of the room or will move out of the house and be chasing small girls when everything is at home. In fact, when it comes to sex, I'm telling you for a fact, you can get so many things. So please, don't starve your husband of sex. Don't starve your wife of sex. Enjoy sex. Have money. Enjoy life. Put in the effort as well. These are some of the little things that I think we should learn today before going into marriage. I'll share with you the 11 things I wish I knew about marriage by Pastor Engineer Said in my next episode as well. My name is Nana Joseph. Let me know what you think about this episode. I love you guys. Bye.